Alrighty, folks. This is what you call it. What, a Veeape or a vape? Now, this is an interesting little USB battery-powered air compressor, and I have never used it. There it is. Turn it up and down. Not even sure if it works or how it works. I did read the instructions a bit, make sure everything worked, but basically, you're going to fill up a tire, tube, or something that. I'm going to try to fill up this old football I got here. I got this whole collector's ball that barely fits in this box anymore because it's deflated. So we'll use this one as our test subject, so we'll see how it collector's ball. Back before they won a Super Bowl and all they had was a championship. Alrighty. Put that in there. Sounds like a bumblebee. There we go. Oh, now it's pressuring up pretty good. 5, 6 pounds. All right. We don't want too much pressure in it. Oh, yeah. Hey. That worked pretty good, actually. Probably overinflated it. That is pretty stout. Hey, so if say you're at the basketball court, this little guy would do it real quick. Yeah, it says hot here. It's got a little warm, not bad. I expected it a lot worse for how little of a unit it is. Still shows plenty of battery power. So I'm going to go try this on a bicycle. We'll see how long it takes it to get to 35 pounds, and then we'll double check it with my other one. All right, in the instructions, it does state about using this on bicycles and stuff. It does not say it's for automobile tires, so I would not think this little guy would do an automobile tire. I do have one behind me just in case I get the gumption. This little thing says it's 40. I don't want to burn it up. Okay, now I got it set at 35. Let's pump it up to, it says the lowest is 40 on this tire. Let's see if it'll make 40 psi, and then I'll double check it with my regular one if it makes it. If it does, we shall see. Okay. Let's hope it stays here. All right, there's a good angle. All right, let's go for it. Wow, it made it. Okay, turn you off. And I'm not going to touch that because it is probably warm. The whole unit ain't doing bad. I mean, it just aired up this tire. For an emergency, that's awesome for a bicycle. I already give it a thumbs up for that. It's used one little bar. I charged it days ago. Yep, that gets a little warm there. Let's feel hot. Probably hot enough if you aired up a bunch of tires, then it might get you. But yeah, it got a little warm. For bicycle tires, yeah, I give it a thumbs up. And for footballs and that kind of stuff, and it's USB, you can just carry this with you in that little bag. Basically has a little bag it comes with that you can keep all your little tools with that it comes with. It comes with a bunch of things for doing like I think an air mattress and everything they expect us to do. Let me cool it down a little bit, and maybe I will put it on the tire and see what. I got a tube over here. We'll see. I don't know if it can pressure it up at all, but we can see. It's cooling off, and it's gained a little energy back. So let's turn it off. Oh, turn it off. Now look at that. 40 on the button. Of according to my thing, right on the button. Double check. Yeah. Now, this is probably not the super's most accurate, but this is the classic cheapo. And these two cheapos measure out just the same, right at 40. So, somewhat accurate. I don't know. You'd have to put it up against a scientific one or a bunch of different ones. But it's within the pound or two, I'd say. Cool. Alrighty, now say you're in an emergency, you need to use it on your car tire. Will it do something? Well, this old tire, I'm not sure if it holds anything. It's just an old one I got outside, but we'll see if it actually can put a pound or two in it. Let's get into it. Hey, I seen a pound going there. All right. Yeah, that's the limit. I can feel it's pretty warm down here. You know what? It did put something in there, though. Oh, yeah. Little over 10 psi. So, I could say maybe an emergency. It ain't burning up. I could say maybe an emergency. It could fill up your car tire. I haven't run it out of juice, and that was 10 pounds. Let's give it a little bit more here after it cools. And we'll try it. So, with, yeah, I would say it might be able to fill up your spare, at least give you a few extra pounds if you're a little light. I don't think I'd trust it as a car tire emergency pump per se, but for a bike, yes, emergency pump. I'm going to be sticking this in my electronic bike along with some tire fix stuff, and this could definitely save your bacon while you're out there. Put it back on here for a minute and see if we can get a few more psi out of it. Yeah, see that? At least it checks too. I would say it's actually fairly accurate. That impresses me. I didn't think it was going to be accurate at all, psi wise. Hey, yeah, it turned itself off. Caution, hot. Yeah, see that? Wow. At least it does have a safety feature. Yep. Okay. See if we can turn it off. Yep. So, it does have a shut off. Let's hope we didn't melt it down. Let it cool a bit more. We're pushing to limit, but hey, didn't really pay much for it. It's basically the tax on it, but if I do, I definitely will keep it, especially if I can get more out of it. But really, this tire's feeling pretty solid. Considering this is a pretty old tire, so this ain't the greatest tire to be using on this for. Let's see, feel how hot it is. It feels a little warm. Feel how the unit feeling. Okay, let's see if it still says caution hot when I fire it up. Okay, how many? It says we made it to 17 psi, or it could be leaking it out. All right, I'll let it cool off a bit more. That's pushing it a little too hard. Anyways, I think we're going to call it good at that. I don't want to burn it up, especially since it's still turning on and working. I mean, make sure it works still. And I double check that number too. This ain't the greatest tire to be using this on. This is an old hard tire, been out here for 20 years. I'm surprised it actually took any air. Yep, almost 20. So, emergency situation. You could still get down the road on that. This actually would do a car tire to about 20 psi, I would say. I'm not going to push it farther. It'd probably go farther if you're really in a trouble and it's worth it to get you out of a pickle. You could probably push this little thing a lot farther. I'm not going to do that. Make sure. Got some good pressure. Got some good pressure, and it held up. I can't believe it did this. It did plenty on it. Impressive little unit. Now, who knows how long it'll hold up in the long run.